All right, welcome back to Chatting with Coach Amy. Today I'm with one of my group clients, Sarah, and we're going to talk about her story. Um, will you just say hello to everybody and kind of give us the normal bio background?
Yeah, hi, I'm Sarah E. I know there's a lot of Sarahs out
There's a
there.
lot of Sarahs, yeah.
I'm turning 30 here in a couple weeks. I have a daughter who's 2, a husband, we have 2 dogs, and we live in Southeast Ohio. So
Okay, okay. And how long have y'all been married?
we've been married since we got married in 2020 during
Okay.
COVID.
And you stay home with your little girl?
I stay home with my little girl. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Did you work before you got pregnant?
I did. I worked at my local high school as a receptionist in the attendance office.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool. Very cool. Is that where you went to school?
I did. Yes,
Wow, that's fun.
it's something.
I bet.
Teenagers are not my
Oh my gosh.
hey.
I understand. I do. I do. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Well, tell us a little bit of background about maybe your relationship with food and how that might have changed over time.
Yeah, so I grew up, my dad's Italian. So we eat bread and he
Mhm.
eats dessert a lot. So I grew up kind of with that mentality of after dinner you always have something sweet and you always have bread with your meal. So back, as you get older, your body starts to not like that so much.
Right.
So I think it was back in 2018, I was on Pinterest and I kept seeing these meals come up of like S and E, and I was like, what is going on? And I looked into it and I found out it was Trim Healthy Mama. And of course I kind of looked at it. I got a cookbook, but didn't follow it really. I didn't really start diving in to Trim Healthy Mama until about 2020. And that was because I started to gain a lot of weight really
Yeah.
fast. Because I had that mentality of I love pasta and I'm not giving it up. I love bread, I'm not giving it up, and I love desserts. I'm not giving it up.
Yeah.
I didn't start taking it seriously until about COVID when I was getting married and I wanted to lose weight. I was also doing beach body and I was wondering why I wasn't pulling off a lot of weight. I mean, I was getting strong, but I wasn't, the weight was sticking.
Mm.
Um, so I dabbled on Trim Healthy Mama for these last, what is it, 5 years.
Yeah.
Just trying to find my bearings, and it wasn't until I've had other coaches, but it wasn't until I found you,
Oh,
that back in September, I joined your buds that
yeah.
it kinda stuck. So, I'm not 100% on plan yet, but I'm getting there, and especially with your all-in mentality, like,
Yeah.
I'm an all or nothing kinda girl.
Most people are.
Yeah, so when you did that this year, I was like, "Okay, I can do this."
Yeah.
So,
So
that's kind of my
good.
relationship with food. I'm a pasta girl, I'm a sweets girl. When I joined your buds, I told myself not to have any dessert, like,
Yeah.
not like other than Trim Healthy Mama desserts, I could
Right.
not. And
On plan.
so when I cheated with regular food, and I never touched the sweets all through from, like, September to December.
Wow.
So, I did that, but I was not 100% on plan, but at least I kind of got that craving.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of change. Yeah, it's different for everybody. One day you'll get there.
I get there. I'm getting there.
You will. Yeah, that's right. So, have you seen where you can replace on-plan bread with the bread you like? Like, have you found that space for yourself?
No, 'cause well, I wanna dabble in a sourdough,
Yeah.
and I feel like that'll help if I have an e-meal. Like, if you have an e-chili, I feel like that'd be really good.
Hmm.
But with, like, a pasta meal I use the cognac noodles
Yeah.
if I make spaghetti or zucchini noodles, no. I just kind of am fine without it right now.
Not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
Have you done the red lentil pasta? Because I love it.
Yes, I do that one when I want an E. I don't
Yeah.
have deer meat, and I would love
I
to,
know. I'm
so it's
sorry.
hard
I
to make,
forget
like, an E
it.
pasta.
Yeah. We could do chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken with some red sauce. That sounds good to me.
I know. I am a chicken parm girl too, so
Yeah, yeah, you can make that eat. That's good. That's good.
yeah.
So, we're gonna go a little light for a little bit. So, on your on-plan sweets that you do have, what would you say are your favorites? Because people love to hear a recipe.
Yes. Well, your peanut butter bars have been the most recent love.
Yeah.
I just broke them up really small, put them in my freezer, and if I get a craving at night, just have that.
Yep.
I also love the zucchini cake. I cannot remember the actual name of it right now. The
Fantastic
chocolate cake.
cake. Mhm.
Yes, the Trimtastic cake. I love that with icing. And then I also another go-to for my sweets is shakes
Oh, okay.
because I know I can get protein with it.
Right.
And then hot chocolate.
Yeah. Well, what kind of shakes do you like?
The strawberry banana from Trim Healthy Future is my
Yep.
favorite. And
Yep.
then Jen Mason, I think she's another coach. She has a
Yeah.
chocolate peanut butter shake
Yeah.
that I've always loved because I'm a
Good.
chocolate peanut butter girl. So
Yeah. Yeah. Love. Awesome. Well, apparently, peanut butter bars, the
yes,
shake. I love that. So, what's your husband think about all this?
he will not eat the sweets, but he will eat the food. Will not touch the
Good.
sweets. I tried to make, well, I did make him the okra brownies. I know you don't like.
Sarah,
I know.
now. I
So he was
taught you
like,
nothing.
yeah, the only thing I've ever gotten him to like is the double chocolate chip cookies from Trim Healthy Table. I think it's like the double chocolate chip cookies.
Mhm.
That's the only one I even wrote in there. Shannon, his name is Shannon. Shannon liked. I was like, that's
That's
it.
fun. That's fun.
But everything else he'll eat.
In future, speaking of future, since I know you have it, Wes can't have eggs. He loves the apple crumble or the blueberry crumble.
I'll have to
Those
try
are
that.
all really good. To me, like I personally don't like the cookies or the cakes. It's just they're just not my jam.
Yeah.
I will if someone makes them, I'll eat sure, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll if the cafe makes it for sure, I will have it. Yes.
Okay. Well, it's already done.
It's just not my favorite. But anyway, I love those things. It's not that baked, that spongy,
Yeah.
weird baking blend. It's just not my favorite. Just not my favorite. But anyway, those are really good and they're really easy to put together. So you ought to give those a whirl one day.
Well, I'm trying to implement date nights with them at home once a week, so I might have to try and make that one of
Yeah,
these.
our date night cookie. That'd be
Yeah,
perfect.
that's true.
Yeah.
I always put it in my head that it's harder to do than it is.
Yeah, it's not.
So,
Those are all very easy.
okay.
I hope you trust me when I say
I
that
trust
because,
you. I've trusted you
I
since
mean,
September. I trust you.
good. I'm not gonna do anything that I was looking there was a oh gosh, what was it? Oh, I can't remember. There was some recipe. I actually opened it a day or two ago and I was looking, I was like, oh that and I was it was like this and then this and this. I was like, nope, gone.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, too
Like
much
that
effort.
bisque. But that
Yes,
bisque wasn't that bad. Once I made
it
it and then I
wasn't.
was like, you know what? That wasn't that bad.
The rustic andouille trimmy bisque. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just seasonings, really.
It
I mean,
is.
the majority of
It
it is
is.
seasonings.
It's totally worth it. It's very good. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to make for supper tonight. The sky's the limit, but I just can't narrow it down. So I'm working through that.
It's
I might
funny.
make that. That's an easy one. I probably have everything to make it. So, what would you say have been besides those foods and everything? What were some of maybe your pain points? I know you had been gaining weight and things like that. Was there anything else, like mindset wise? I know you said the all in was really helpful,
Mhm.
that you can see that major shift that's been happening for you.
Well, as soon honestly, when you did your podcast with Chelsea and she's in my small in my
Breakthrough group?
yeah,
Yeah,
my breakthrough group.
breakthrough group. Get it right.
She
I
was
know I
like
can't either.
she worked on mindset first,
Yeah, yeah.
which I read these books all the time. I'm a big reader, but I just know I don't know why I didn't click until then that mindset should be almost first before we're just like diving in to be
Right.
100% on plan
That's
because
right.
you need to build that strength up in your mind to
That's
be
right.
able to say no.
Yeah.
And then the mindset of, I don't know who said it, where I got it from. Maybe it was you. I have no idea. But it was when you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else,
Mm,
or it's vice versa. And I would try to put that in my mind with everything I do now.
wow.
If I say yes to having caffeine, I'm saying no to sleeping later tonight,
Right.
or
Right.
something as little as that.
That's great. I don't think that was me. If it was, I don't remember saying it.
I
I
don't know
can
where I heard it.
exaggerate
Like
that.
I read a bajillion books, so I
Yeah,
could
yeah,
I have
yeah.
no idea.
So I know you came, I think you came to my second live event that I
Mhm.
did.
I came to both, but the first one I kinda got, yeah,
You got pulled away.
sidetracked.
So the second one, you were able to watch, and so you see how I'm changed buds. That
Yes.
I am focusing on mindset. That was amazing when God He revealed that to me. I was really praying over buds, and I've got the couple of the 6 month going, and we're going to do a 6 week. When this airs, will be a weekend of that, but or
Okay.
no, we'll be starting it, I guess, when this one airs. But anyway, um, that right there, I think is key. And I feel like that's how my journey kind of worked out because I started in the gym
Mhm.
and, working on my body. I didn't know anything about THM at the
Yeah.
time. And then that was in July. And then the next year in January, I was introduced to Trim Healthy Cookbook
Okay.
and just kind of just hit the ground running with it. But my mindset was healthier. It wasn't
Yeah.
perfect because there was still so much. I have learned so much in these past 8.5 years. Like it's crazy well, I will say, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't.
No.
And if no one around you is living that life, I mean, TV can only get you so far. Like, how do you know? And so I love being able to share y'all stories to open up people's eyes and minds to what they could do. Because, like, I've had people on that don't have children or have never been married or have had 10 kids or all these different things. And every woman that's listened to a podcast can find something from every other woman's story. And I think
Yeah.
that is amazing.
It is
And
really
yours is
nice.
like shaping up to be excellent over here.
Well, I'm trying to get myself right before we have a second baby.
Yeah.
So
We're all
I'm
jealous
trying
of
to,
you. Like I wish at almost 30 that I knew what I know now. Like, oh my
yeah, I'm
gosh.
grateful for it because when I had got pregnant with her, I was like, this is my time to shine. I'm going to eat what I want when I want. And I wish I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I just kind of threw everything out the window, what I knew, because I thought I deserved to have
Sure,
that
I did the same thing with
pregnancy.
Bella. I did. I did the same
Yeah.
thing. I was pregnant with her. I did. I didn't do, I knew, I had read an article, it's funny you talk about reading things. I'd read an article about aspartame and how unhealthy it was. And I was eating, back then, you were probably still in junior high. But, so it was 2004,
Yeah.
2005. Yeah, you were, weren't you?
I was 10. I was almost 10.
Oh my gosh, stop. But anyway, I read an article and I had been eating these yogurts that were sweetened with aspartame. And that was one thing, like, I'm really proud of myself for that. Like, I'm very proud that I didn't have that neurotoxin in my body while I was pregnant with her. But
Mhm.
anyway, other than that, there wasn't a ton that I did or didn't do. But, you have such a wealth of knowledge and information. And I'm super excited for you. In my January 6 month buds group, there's a young lady that hasn't had children yet, been married a year or two. And we're all like, oh, we're just so jealous of you. So exciting, like not
Yeah.
over jealous, but like excited because y'all have such a bright future with all this knowledge. That's so good. Okay, so what would else would you say, like non-skill victory wise, have you seen that has helped you the most?
My energy.
Mm,
That was when I found you, when I decided to do group coaching back in September, I could not pull myself up out of the pit I had put myself in of not
wow.
moving anymore, not eating good. I didn't know what to do anymore. So definitely, and then once I started buds and really took it seriously and implemented these meals back into my life, I was like, oh my gosh, I am like, it's 2 o'clock and I'm okay. Like, and I'm still
Wow.
going with her and I'm getting up because I started the movement again and I can get up off the floor and I'm fine jumping around with her again. And it's just, I have put myself in such a pit that first year. I don't know, it's just being a first time mom. It was the hardest thing I've ever
Yeah,
done.
it
And I
is.
worked in daycares. I thought I was fine. I've worked with babies and toddlers a lot of my life and went to school for it for a little bit. And I thought, oh, I'll be fine. I had no idea
Mm,
because there's just so much your mind can just suffer with your
absolutely.
hormones.
Absolutely.
And I don't think I took care of myself with that. I don't think I gave myself the grace in my mindset. And I just picked up food or just sat on the couch and watched TV or just did anything like that to make myself feel better because I told myself I didn't know where to start.
Right. Oh gosh, I understand 100%.
So
I have
I don't know
total.
how I got all that from energy, but my,
Okay. No, no, you're good.
my energy definitely has changed everything.
That's
So
amazing.
I've been motivated to do lesson plans with her. I mean, I know she's 2, but I needed some kind of structure to
Sure.
get
Hey,
us
that's
through our
good.
day as a
Yeah.
stay-at-home mom because you go from working and having a structured day to just
Yep.
free time.
Yep.
So I
See,
needed
I struggle with that, as silly as it sounds, on my
Mhm.
days off. Like even today, we came home from the campsite. I had to come home a lot earlier than I planned, Sarah.
Oh,
It's fine, whatever. I'm not mad at all. But then
No
I'm
better.
like, okay, you're gonna wash some laundry. And I didn't have anything until till today when I'm meeting with you. I just didn't realize how long it takes a daggum load of clothes to wash. I
Hmm.
keep checking on it and it's still in there just to go. And I'm like, my
Yep.
goodness, this takes forever. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But I do struggle with that. Like on my days off, or even like if I have several hours where I don't have to be somewhere,
Yeah.
I still need to have, just for my personality, a little bit of structure, or I like freeze and then I waste it. Even if it's planned, like you are to sit outside and rest, or you're to take a nap. Like all that's fine, but I just need a little itinerary.
Right. I just need to plug it in. Put
Just
in
a
my
little
calendar.
itinerary. That's so fun.
I get it.
Yes. So good. So what else would you want to share with us about your journey?
Ah, I had I told my husband, I was like, I don't know what I can say that can inspire anybody, because
Mm,
I'm still in the middle of my journey. Um, I'm just taking it day by day. Your small groups I keep calling it small groups because I keep thinking of church, but
it's okay. It's
your
okay.
breakout groups, I have not been a part of it this month because I took a digital declutter for February.
Okay.
I took
Yeah.
everything off my phone.
Yeah.
That's been hard, but it's been beneficial and I've learned a lot um with what to do with my time. That was one
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And but I also your trio groups, we text all day, every day, just little
Wow.
tidbits here and there, tell each other if we ate off plan and what we're going to do about it or what our
Right.
plan for the week is. That has been so helpful.
I'm
Um,
so glad.
Great group of ladies. And yeah, so
That's good. Now you're all right. You're all right. So let's talk about, I know you're in church. So how would you say your relationship with the Lord has helped you to stay in this? Because I have found that for me, I have to stay in tuned with him. He really, I can't do this by myself. Amy in her own power, ain't no way.
no,
Because my flesh, if I give it an inch, is going to go to wherever and order all the bad things to make me
yep,
feel better. I still will feel that in extreme situations. And sometimes not extreme, just maybe I let myself go just a little bit too far down the rabbit hole.
yep.
Um, but without him, and I've learned, my whole Bible study relying on him. So where would you say you've fallen in with that?
I have definitely picked that back up. It's been same thing with your mouth mama. You're like you're with him, you're close with him for a season, and you something happens, you fall away. And I've found, especially lately, and I've been getting more involved at church, which has
Oh,
really helped. I'm a part of we have a discipleship group.
mhm.
I did it before, when I had first gotten married. It's an 18-month group.
Wow.
It's a long group, but you meet every other week and you dive deep into like what it means to disciple, what it means to be a follower of God, and all of that. And then you're surrounded by other women. And right now I'm in a group with other women my age, and we're all kind of in the same season, and it's kind
Yeah.
of nice to relate and be able to talk about our burdens, whatever it is. They know I'm sugar free and everything. So they're always making cookies and stuff. And they're, oh, we didn't want to put it out. So we put it over here so you didn't get tempted. And it's like,
Oh,
how sweet. But I try to every morning start my day with him because without that, I feel myself one wanting to veer off on my eating plan,
yeah.
wanting to yell at Ariana, my daughter, more because of whatever toddler thing she did in that moment.
Yeah.
So I find myself just a more rounded person when I start my day and the word. And that's what this discipleship group does every day. You open your Bible and you read a chapter of whatever book we're in. We're in Matthew right now. And then you write down your little tidbits of what you've learned
Your
and
takeaway. Yeah.
what you can take and what you do with it. So it gives you like you have to have an action
Yeah.
to what you read. Kind of what you talk about.
Yeah.
Putting action to your
Implementation, baby.
yes. Yes.
Yes, that's so good. I love that. Years ago, I was involved in a ladies' Bible study for a long time. Gosh, 10, 15 years maybe.
Wow.
Of course, I was helped with it. I can't help but be in the leadership of stuff. But it was a beautiful time in my life. I do miss that, but I don't know that I have space for that right now
There was
with
a
everything.
season.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I do that with you with my blooms, of course, and moving through. I'm so glad that you're doing that. I think that's super important, and have like-minded women in real life that are walking alongside you is great. How do you feel? Just this is off the cuff, but like you've got that, and then you have these virtual people.
Mm-hmm.
The relationships just as special.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
it is. I crave their connection just as I would my friends.
Yeah.
Like, I wanna hear from them, like, I know my Marco group that we're not vocal on, Mighty, we're only on Marco, and they keep, like they're like, "We're only 2 days away, Sarah, we miss you," and I'm like, "Oh," and I felt that, and that was, like, a big thing I learned with this digital declutter. I crave connection so much more now that I'm off social media. I deleted Facebook and everything, I'm just off because I want those connections with
Right.
people. I don't care if it's online or whatever it is or in person. And then when I'm with these people and when I'm talking to them, I appreciate it so much more. And it makes all the difference. Me being off Marco, I've noticed how easily it is to eat off plan than
Mhm.
when
You
I
have
have it.
accountability in there too. Yeah.
Yeah. Even just texting the group, it wasn't enough. It's like that, I don't know, seeing me talk to them and them talking back and seeing them face to face almost. It was just, it makes a huge difference
Wow.
in my trim healthy journey, and that's why I'm putting it back on my phone because I'm like and then I miss seeing you on yours
Yeah.
on your
Me
Sharecast.
running my mouth.
So, I'm just like, I miss it and I see the value in it. That's what
Yeah,
I've learned. It's
absolutely. I think those connections are key. And I don't know, I don't know how long you followed me before you started with your bud session, but um, something very early on that was really important to me, and it probably spurred from that Bible study I was a part of, but I knew that I needed to create a community for the people that came to me. And of course, they could leave and never come back, or leave and come back, or whatever, or stay forever. Carol always jokes that even if one day when I stop coaching, she's still going to be a client. She doesn't care what I say.
That's
Um,
so sweet.
she is so sweet. But, it's incredible what God has allowed me to do. And, we're talking about God in this one. So I'm going to say this, but He is incredible. And he has shown me so much favor that I can start crying. I do not deserve it all. It is just really, really crazy.
Yeah,
It's really crazy when you think about it. And everybody, when they sit down for a second, could say that. I know, but I'm
yeah,
I'm feeling it right now. I guess.
and
I
that's
took
big.
that. Yeah, I took that week of chilling out and getting refreshed and walking a lot without my phone. I
Mhm.
left it in the camper.
It's hard.
Shocker.
I'm proud.
The first walk I took, you don't know this because you don't have Marco on your thing right now, but the first walk I went on, that first Monday morning, um, or maybe it was, no, it was that Monday morning. Anyway, I took my phone with me and I Marco Poloed and I showed everybody everything. But then after that, I didn't take it with me,
Yeah.
except for me. But I walked like 3 or 4 times a day, like a mile,
Yeah.
just because I could. And it's so beautiful and paved. But spending that time alone with him, just 15, 20 minutes, it is
Mhm.
amazing what that will do to clear things up. I
Yeah.
deal with anxiety and depression. I'm going to say you have some touches of that in your life you've dealt with. Um, and it's the key for me is having that separation of social media and just this need to look and see who sent me something. I was sitting
Mhm.
next to a lady at the Texas retreat when we were in Waco, and I was not looking at my phone, but it was kind of face up, maybe,
Yeah.
or maybe she could see my watch. I don't know. It was something, one of them things. I don't even remember which lady it was, but she said, "You get so many notifications. Oh my word." I said, "Yeah." I said, "And I don't have Mighty Networks on my phone anymore." So you can imagine what it used to
Oh
be
my
like.
gosh.
Because
I
I'll
can't.
come up like right now, like I just took them down and I already have like 15 notifications. But, it's my job. That is my job. But I don't,
Yeah.
I don't. So separating things I think is really wise. So I'm really proud that you did that.
Yeah, it's hard, it's against the social norm. I had a few friends actually get a little upset with me that I'm no longer on these services, and
Mhm.
I was just like, if you want to talk to me, call me, text me,
My phone
see
number.
me in
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
I'm here.
That's right. That is
It,
so
it- but
good.
it, it, yeah, it's been really good because I was also just like opening up Instagram, and I would compare myself to all these
Mm,
moms
mm,
or these especially stay-at-home moms. I'm like, oh my gosh, look what they do with their kid.
yeah.
Do like 8 crafts a day, and they've got, yeah, and I was just I was pulling myself down looking at this, trying to make myself feel better looking at it. It was like a spiral, and I couldn't pull myself out. And I was like, I just have to get it off. And I read a book, and Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport. That's what how I did the challenge. I followed his advice. But since then, like my headspace is clearer. I
Mm,
don't feel like the need to like try to impress anybody. Who am I impressing anyways, sitting at home with her,
yeah. Right.
doing what I'm doing. The thing is, what I've learned most is like she watches me. She watches what I do, what I eat, and I've been having her help me cook with these trends. She just sat here and ate almost an entire little piece of taco pie from the cookbook.
Oh, sweet girl. I'm
And
a
she
trim
kept,
healthy girl.
and she does not eat. So she loves it, loves taco pie. So this week I've been putting her in the kitchen with me.
Look
She's
at you.
helping me stir, add
That's so
ingredients, and
sweet. So
I'm trying
sweet.
to teach her that healthy eating. Mama eats healthy.
Yeah.
This is why, this is what this does. And I know it's kind of she's 2, it's kind of going over her head, but
Oh no, it's sinking in, girl. I'm just so happy for you that you're getting to do that. Bella was, gosh, 10ish, no, 12, I think whenever I found THM. And so there was a lot of already, I mean, we did healthy. Like I was much healthier than an average person, but
yeah,
still, I mean, of course, the rabbit holes we could go down.
yes,
I'm still not using moringa powder every day or whatever, but we
yes,
could keep going. But with each child, like Knox, that little dude, he could drink kefir straight. He
wow,
could drink apple cider vinegar without worrying about, I mean, like, don't even care. What's the other one? Oh, fat-free Greek yogurt. He'll just eat it like plain. And I'm
oh
like,
no,
what in the world? But
yeah,
it's just because that's
part of his life. It's his
part of
genetic.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
it's
I
really
filmed
cool.
THM when he was 6 months old. So anyway, it's kind of cool.
That
It's
is
kind of
really
cool.
neat.
So I love I don't know if you realize this, but you've put a lot of boundaries in your life since starting Buds.
Yeah, I've been trying my year. It came to me. I don't. I was sitting at church, and they were talking about. I forget the story, but it kept talking about the word zealous. The word zealous kept coming up in the Bible at church, and this was like I think at the end of December, and I was like, I've never done a word for the year, and
Yeah.
I had in my mind like I was kind of like going to pick up all in, but I was like,
Yeah.
no, I'm already kind of doing. I want my own thing
Yeah.
to go alongside it, and I prayed and asked God. I said, I want a word for the year to follow to help guide me, encourage me, and zealous just kept coming up. And I was like, well, that's a
Wow.
fun word anyways.
Yeah.
And then once I found the meaning of it's like passionate
Yeah.
or just following through, being passionate about something and following through is big for me because I'm an Enneagram 7. I don't know if anybody does Enneagram, but I do not follow through very well. I bounce from one fun thing to the next.
Yeah.
So this year I was like, I am following through. I'm
Wow.
all in. They kind of put together.
It
So that's
does.
why I did this digital declutter. That was my way of experimenting. Can I follow through on something?
Yeah.
And now that this has given me a boost of confidence to now when I start March tomorrow, I'm all back in with my eating because the flu did take me out
Yeah.
of my eating. It
I
just
bet.
took me out, but um I feel the difference. And I want to be that passion. I want to have that passion with my food because it's not only affecting me, it's affecting her. It's
Yeah.
affecting my husband and his health. I notice he's better when he eats my meals that I cook from Trim Healthy.
Yeah.
'Cause during the day, he's not eating on plan. He's eating whatever fast food is out there. So
Hmm. Hmm.
that's,
That's
yeah.
awesome. Look at you.
Mhm.
You're changing your family.
I definitely needed the boundaries.
Hmm.
So, and then you're starting to talk about boundaries. I'm
I
like,
am.
yes, bring it. I want to hear it. I want it
Yeah.
all.
Yep. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah. So the master class will actually be it'll be the week before you, but before you air, I think. I don't know. My brain is still kind
It's
of on
fine.
vacation mode.
I was expecting to see you in the camper when you popped in, so
No, no, no. We have baseball tomorrow, and so we had to get home, and I got the laundry and my
yeah,
stars. Yeah, and it just finished. So as soon as me and you get done, I'm recording a different one, but I'm gonna go switch laundry real quick.
yeah. That's so funny. Mine just turned off, so that's funny.
Yeah, oh, so funny. You can definitely tell this girl works full time because I was appalled at how long it takes for a laundry wash
Yeah,
load to do.
yeah. It's the dryer that takes the longest.
Oh my gosh, so funny. Hey, Sarah E., thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Do you have any scale victories from when you started Buds, or would you
I
say they're
I
mostly
have not weighed
beginning?
myself. I
Good
can't.
job. But you feel so much, the energy to me, like knowing that makes all the difference in the world.
I
It,
had to tell myself it's not about my weight. It's about how I feel and can
yeah,
I keep up with my daughter. But my
you look
clothes
amazing.
fit. Like this did not fit back in September, this shirt. Because
Wow.
I wear t-shirts that, have give a little baggy look.
Yeah, leggings, baby, all day.
Mhm.
I got mine
So,
on right now.
yep. And that's usually what I wear, but I put jeans on today and they're loose. It's just confusing because I don't know where to shop ever since having her.
I hear you.
And I'm scared to buy the next size down,
Yeah.
but I think I might have to.
Maybe just one little pair. My girls love shopping at the Walmart.
Really?
Yes, they do. They're like, Mom, you got to go get these jeans at Walmart. And I'm like, at Walmart?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Da, la, la, la.
I'll have to give it a try.
You know, this
They're probably
crazy.
not that expensive there, so.
Probably not. I don't know. You know me, I'm like, if it's not at a thrift store or,
I love a good thrift store.
consignment, oh gosh.
Yep.
I used to really enjoy going shopping, but now, I mean, you have to try on all the sizes.
Yeah. And then you got a little one in tow.
Oh gosh, bless your heart. No,
No.
no.
I'm good.
I couldn't tell you. My boys have probably been to Walmart a handful of times in their life because they were little, probably a lot when they were little because I had to. But as they got older, the girls were older. And so I would just
Mm.
leave them all here and go. Well,
Yes.
then COVID happened, so nobody went anywhere. And then delivery, which I adore.
Hmm.
So like they go into Walmart and it's like overload, like stimulated palooza.
Yes. Place
Isn't
is
that
huge.
so funny?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, so funny. Well, we'll get off on that tangent. Thank you so much for sharing with me. I really, really appreciate it. Was there anything else you wanted to share?
No, I just appreciate you and everything that you have taught me and brought me back to life. So,
That's the sweetest thing I've ever
well, true.
heard. Wow. It is my pleasure. Thank you. That's
Chick-fil-A.
going to keep me going for a few months.
Well, you did. You pulled me out of that pit. So,
I'm so glad. It's hard sometimes over here. Thank you for telling me that.
you're
That's
welcome.
helpful.
You're
It is.
welcome.
You're welcome. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, girl.
You too. I
All
hope
right.
you
You want to tell them
do.
bye?
Bye.
Bye, y'all.